Hello, good evening. Python for absolute beginners, variables and data types. Variables are containers for storing data values. A variable can have a short name, X or Y, or a descriptive name, like age or first underscore name. Actually, variables used in programming in order to hold data items, and these variables and its inner data must have a particular type, either float or integer or string or boolean and so on. We use variables to store input data or to store also output information or resulted output information out of the calculations and equations. Variables naming is different from programming language to another. In Python, we are not allowed to start the variable name with a digit. We have to start with character and make it just one character like X or Y or descriptive name. When we try to divide variables, we can figure out that variables can be input data or output information During the program execution, the nature of variables differs and changing from input data to output information. What we need to know that the concept of variables help us to handle both input and output. Let's suppose instructions of Python program in which there is X variable equal USD string and Y equal 50 and Z equal 2.25. And we have calculated informations variable t in which the result of the addition y plus z and variable n equal yes string and variable I equal 6.2. Let's move here and see what is exactly happening to the memory RAM, random access memory, whenever we type such instructions inside the Jupyter Notebook or any Python compiler. So these commands actually interacting directly with the random access memory of the computer. Once we type X equal USD, a memory cell registered for the variable X and referred to the data type as a string. This is actually done by the processor. Once the instruction sent to the processor X equal USD, it will register a memory cell of type string and put US dollar as initialization value for the variable X. The second instruction, which is Y equal 50, gonna be also stored in the memory cell registered in hexadecimal address and name Y and value of integer type 50 and so on, Z 2.25, and also the calculated informations makes no exception in this scenario. They also use memory cells, and inside this memory cell there is memory address and values of a particular data type. After doing these operations during our program executions, we may store variables to storage, hard disks or permanent storage, like relational database management systems or text files or CSV files. We can use the relational database management system to hold the output information or even the input data. Also, files makes no exception. We can store and retrieve from them. We can also save the variable in its input nature or output information to files. And this is of course depending on the requirement of the application we are developing and also the business rules and the business requirements in which we are working in. So this is variables and data types, and I should also here refer to the operating system that's containing the hardware infrastructure, the memory and the storage, and also here is the processor. They are all covered by the operating system, either Windows operating system or Solaris or Linux or OS 400 of IBM. But operating system must be there in order to allow my program to interact with the hardware with ease. So operating system is acting like interface between my program and the computing device hardware. That's all about this lecture. Thank you very much and see you next time, next video.